control, you must complete 9 clean laps to set an official time.
Well, I guess we're in the Mustang. Oops.
That was your fastest lap of the session. set an official time. You can continue to do laps and attempt to improve on the time if you like. 54.213.
Well, that was a fun experiment. Wrong car. Almost broke into the 53s though still. Okay. So off stream, not yesterday, not the day before, Wednesday, so my last day off. Wednesday afternoon, I ran a bunch of races, and we ended up doing like really well. Because we ended stream, what? Alright, the 11th. I didn't end up streaming, so I'm sorry that I'm a liar. And then we went on a tear. Because we won, well, I won one that afternoon before I streamed. We won 3 in a row. And then, got unalived in the 4th one. And then, so yeah, like 4 straight wins going into that one, qualified 2nd. Had a really garbage lap. And then 2nd in the last one we did. Finished 4th in that one though. We kind of got pushed out of the way, which it is what it is on this track. It's really hard to pass, and I got bumped and kind of moved out of the way, and I just kind of had to deal with it. Let's see, they got 2 laps left. Yeah. Andy, your buddy, his team's about to come across the finish line for the 2nd to last time. Or 3rd to last time, I guess. They're running P5, which I would have been able to watch more of that race today, but I had to work and then came home and had family things to do. So, yeah, we're gonna run this. I should have enough time to do one more time trial, I think. Yeah. Let's try to do one more time trial real quick. We need to, no. We are selecting the Porsche, please. Thank you. And I haven't even raced since we improved our time, because I think we hit a 53.98 or something. I was like, oh yeah, we got into the 53s, yay. I watched a couple videos. I was like, okay, let's try doing it this way, and then immediately started doing time trials last night. Because I just had an hour and I didn't want to stay up all night racing and stuff like that. So I did time trials just to get over the hump, get the A license back so that we could run Daytona. And then I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, if we're now consistently in the 53s, why why don't we just go in and just run this for the next, couple days and see how high we can get our I rating? Because as long as we're qualifying towards the front and no shenanigan BS on, in turn 1, then we should be fine. Because I don't think we'll have a problem qualifying in like the top 4. And we might get held up by people in front of us, but I don't think we'll have that big of an issue staying wherever we're at. So if we're in the top 5, we're going to stay there. Unless somebody just absolutely bombs us in the butt, or we get held up to the point where they catch up. But I've really feel like I've fine-tuned the lap to where this is as good as it's going to get for me, which is pretty quick when comparing it to the splits right now. So yeah, I'm really going to start utilizing doing time trials to warm up. And really using the time trials to practice qualifying too. We're gonna nail this. Sort of. Not really. It's not good enough. Alright, shake that one off.
54.523. Get set your fastest lap of the day. and to improve on the time if you like.
I think
53.889.
I think accidentally driving the Mustang kind of threw me off there for the first few laps. But we got it figured out. All right. Race time. Race time. While this is loading, I'm going to take the opportunity to go pee. I'll be right back. Okay. Session should be up in a minute, so we're not even going to go out on track yet. So how's everyone doing tonight? You're all looking so lovely. Just kidding, I can't really see you. You guys knew that. I did finally order new glasses earlier today. I really, really need them. My eyes are killing me. I went last month during my vacation to get my new prescription and stuff like that, and so finally ordered a couple pairs today. They look cool. They're all right. I can't remember what they're called, but the ones that are like kind of like open and then they got like just the top part. My sister told me that I needed to get a pair, so I was like, sure, whatever. So I got blue to match my eyes.
Get out the fucking way, man.
Oh man, he's big mad. Well, let's see what split we're gonna be in. I need to turn Race Lab on too when we get in here. But so those should be here. What's today? Saturday. So hopefully by kind of hoping by the end of next week. So maybe like Saturday next week. I paid for expedited shipping because I got a coupon and stuff like that. So I was like, well, the coupon pays for the expedited shipping, so why not try and get them here earlier, because I should have done this weeks ago, and I just never did. And of course, we're in top split. Great. Alright, well, now we're going to see how we stack up with the big boys, aren't we? We about to find out, and we need to really get a good lap in for qualifying. Otherwise, we're going to be fiddle farting. We don't want to do that. All right. Come on now. Tires should be nice and warm, sort of. Ivy, what's going on? Not bad.
Ticket flag, ticket flag.
Not terrible. Kazuya had his tires mega warm. Just podium at Barcelona 12. Awesome. Were you in the same split as Vox Racing? They should have placed 5th. They should have placed 5th. Yeah, they placed 5th. I don't know if you were in the same split or not. Gotcha. I'm doing all right. I've just been working way too much. Yeah, this guy just beat us by 5 1,000s. That's wonderful. Tire degradation was awful until the night came. Yeah, I bet it was hot. I bet it was hot. I bet it was pretty toasty. Yeah, see, we're in top split. We're beating guys in qualifying that are 2.5K plus. Like, come on now. Oh, God. That's not good. That is not ideal. That is not ideal. Tires barely made the cut. There was no double stinning those tires. No double stinning those tires at all. Fantastic split tube. How far behind were you P2, P3? Yeah, we made a few mistakes on that lap. We should be second right now. I'll take the inside though. I'll take the inside. We fought with P3 until the very end. P2 is about 13 seconds ahead. Gotcha. P1 with 7K driver boosting other. Oh. Well, that's kind of booty. I don't know. We just fell to fourth. So a lap ahead. Yeah. I can believe that. Yeah, we got beat out of third by 5 1,000ths. That's nuts. If we would have. Yeah. Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
One lap to green. Line up on the left side. Pit road is closed right now. The estimated SOS is...
Oh, he's in the Lambo.
237. There are a lot of points on the table. Be smart and get a good finish.
Yeah. We've been killing it here this week. Yeah, I'm doing all right, just working way too much, and I was like, you know what, let's try and get our A license back. Let's run Tsukuba, as crazy as that sounds. But I got on to some practice laps. I'm like, you know what, I got a lot of pace here. So we were cleaning up the 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 1700 lobbies. And now we're going to get a chance to race with them 2K drivers here, so that'll be nice. And we should have pace here. We should have pace, so I'm hoping to move up like a spot or two, but if I stay in fourth,
Waiting on the final car to grid.
that's fine with me. I know from before when it was Daytona, you mentioned you worked at, yeah, like seriously, like since last October, it's been pretty consistent, like 60, 70 hour weeks. But
Go green, stay focused.
I'll read it when I have a chance, buddy. I was waiting for him to screw that up. He's been all over the place there. All right, let's go. It really is. It's really hard to pass here. We'd love those. I'm going to be able to get on the inside there at some point.
Oh, this is our chance here. We missed it. Oh no.
Don't go soft on the gas now. Terrible.
4.79.
Oh shit, washed out.
Leader is running 4.411. 4.616.
Tires are hot. Oh, come on now.
checkered flag. Great job. You did really well. Pit box in 10,
Oh,
5. Okay, the race is over. Bring it on in. 3, 1. Right here.
what a race. Oops. GG. Yeah, thanks, John. John Wood, nice to see you. Let's take a look at what happened to Mr. Corvette here. I mean, I thought I was pretty much. All right, let's back up a little bit. Oh, I gave him a love bump. I gave him a little love bump, and iRacing's gonna give me a 4X on that. Well, they can kiss my lily white booty. Yeah, that was solid. We were kind of held up, but yeah, I mean, we were held up a little bit. That and, you know, yeah, but that was top split too. And I had the third fastest lap. Yeah, third fastest lap. Like, I can keep up with these guys. It's a small field. You know, there's 2Kers, there's, you know, nearly 4K guy in there too. Like, let's go. Let's go. Now we're kind of at that threshold, which I've seen from looking at the results and stuff. Like, we're probably going to be in top split every time now. Yeah, there's literally one split here. That's kind of ass. I'm not gonna lie. But hey, P3 podium, nice. Racing against like some good competition here. I was gonna say the challenge is gonna be we're gonna stream till we lose, but we got bumped into top split right off the bat, so we can't do that game anymore. Yeah, we're gonna do another one. But for those who have never seen me before, I'm BratWurstNkraut. My real name's Anders. I like to drive virtual race cars. I've been on iRacing for just over a year now. I love doing endurance races. That's what I mainly do. But good stuff about 5:30 a.m. for me now. Dude, you need to go to bed. Oh yeah, but yeah, okay, that's why you're. I was like, why are you up? But you know, you did the Creventic. That's why. Yeah, dude, it was good to see you. Thanks for stopping in and saying hi. I know I've been kind of absent, but work and family and stuff like that, and mostly work. My weakest points right now are general racecraft and braking, previously 11 months. 2.75, 3K by September. Dude, that's easy. You can do it. It is unhealthy. All that work is. Have a good one, dude. Have a good one. It was good to see you. Ive, you're an OG. But yeah, I've been kind of focusing on endurance and stuff like that, like from the beginning. And now I think doing some of these sprints and like fine tuning, like I did here, you know, we fine tuned the lap and it's as good as it's gonna get for me. And it's decently quick, you know. So Tsukuba was like one of the first tracks that I taught myself, and that was back when I was doing M2s and my cringy shorts when I had the driving line on, and you know, like that's the old stuff from the channel. But let me know if it's too loud, if you guys can't hear me very well because of the car or anything. But I think doing some races here this week has taught me that, you know, it's given me that confidence that I needed back. You know, we got a handful of wins here this week. The tires were really struggling by the end of that.
Pitboxing, 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
Whoa, big butt. Let's zoom that camera out. Yeehaw. Anywho's, where's cockpit? It's somewhere around here. That one?
Okay,
That is not. That is. Nope, that's the side. There it is. Okay. So, like, this week has really given me that confidence boost that I needed, because I was kind of, you know, working a lot and not being able to spend as much time in the rig. You know, I'm just kind of disheartened, and I love racing, and I'm kind of that person that wants to do really well at whatever, you know, put my hands on, like. So, you know, not doing well the last few races we've done. Well, when I say we, I mean me, but like the endurance stuff we've done as like a team and stuff, they've been fine. Nürburgring 24 kind of deflated me a lot. That was kind of poopy diaper what happened with that. But so like I needed a confidence boost. I needed a check, like, hey, you know, you can do this. You know, you can race. You know, kind of deal. Like, it's hard when you really enjoy something and you're not doing well, or, you know, you get on track and you're getting crashed out like every single race that you're actually attempting to do. Like, I'm trying to do in between endurance races, and just like, why do I even do this? But Tsukuba this week has been absolutely insane, because I think that was our 10th race, and I think we have so 10 races. I think we have 8 top 5s, 5 wins, 2 podiums, a 4th place, and then two garbage races that were just, or one garbage race, I think. So, like, I needed Tsukuba this week, I guess. Like, it's a small track. It's super short. It's fairly, I'm not gonna call it simple, but like it, there's only 8 corners. Like, you can practice this and not have to worry about, like, say it's Le Mans or something like that, where it's like, oh well, now I have to drive another 4 minutes before I'm gonna see this corner again and give it a try. And I know you have, you can sync buttons to, in test drive, you can set reset points and stuff like that. I'm like, nah. So like Tsukuba, it's like, okay, we've raced here before, we know the track, let's try and see if we can put some times up. So I got in, threw it around. I was like, okay, we're on pace with, because at the time I think I was at 13, like mid 1300 iRating, and now we're like what, 1850 now or something like that. So we've gained like 500 iRating in less than a week. So I think I really needed that. I really needed this, and it's always nice to come back and stream and stuff and have, all these beautiful people watching. 21 people on the regular stream, 13 on the mobile. Like, I am absolutely flattered. You guys are awesome. So, if you haven't already, can you give me a little thumbs up? If you like watching racing, sub. If you love endurance racing, give me a sub. We do that as much as we can. It looks like the rest of Meat Missile Motorsport is our friend team, and Brandon, who's that guy Fate, just had another baby, so he's out. Mike has to work, and then I think like the next day is like his daughter's birthday party. So it's like, okay, well, so it's me and John streams on YouTube as well. He's Funky Banana. So I think him and I he's probably gonna find some misfits, and I'll throw a few stints in to try and help as much as I can, because I have to work next weekend. So I'm basically giving up sleep to run Daytona, pretty much. And so, but anything for an endurance race, other than losing sleep at this point, because this is pretty much just going to be a real nice warm up for January, which unfortunately we didn't get to run this year. I ended up running with Avon Racing, which they reached out to me today to see if I wanted to do the Global Endurance Daytona, and I pretty much just told them that it just all depends on, if John and I can get a team together, and if not, then I would be like their 5th guy that just kind of picks up some pieces, and because I don't want to do 6 to 8 stints. I don't have the time, because my wife will be working because I'll work, and then my wife will be working that whole day, won't be back till the next morning, and then I work the next morning. So it's like I'm basically going to give up like 3 hours of sleep to run a couple stints, and then once my kids go to bed, hop in the rig, just blindly do a couple stints, and then go to bed. But it'll be fun. It'll be a fun time. I just can't invest the time, and it's too late to put in time off requests and stuff at work. But what made the decision easy to stream and do races tonight was the fact that I do not work tomorrow. I had to take tomorrow off to be with my children And so we're going to spend the day together, and maybe during nap time I'll hop on and do a couple races. And if Monday wasn't as busy as it looks it's going to be as far as work goes, I would entertain the idea of staying up late tomorrow night after the kids go to bed, but I don't think I can do it physically or mentally. So I think it'd be a smart idea for me to just maybe do a couple nap time races tomorrow. I used to do nap time streams all the time. They were the bomb. If you go back in my live, like, I'm sure if you scroll down for about, I don't know, 10 seconds, you'll probably find some old nap time streams. And believe it or not, those were some of my more watched ones, I think. But the Vikings won today. They won their first preseason game. My team is so good in the preseason. And then we suck in the regular season. But not really. Like, Minnesota is just Minnesota. But I'm excited to see what Kyler Murray can bring to the offense. That'll be pretty cool to see. You know, he's a very mobile, uses legs. And maybe J.J. McCarthy will come out of nowhere and, like, snag the job back at some point. Who knows? But I really want some playoff, like, some meaningful playoff football would be good. Because a couple years ago, when we had Sam Darnold, like, going into the playoffs, playing the Rams, and it's like, it just kind of, going in, I was like, we're going to get stomped. The Rams have been hot, and, you know, they were the better team on paper, not by much, but. And then, you know, Sam Darnold, you know, we let Sam Darnold walk, and then he goes to Seattle and wins the Super Bowl the next friggin' year. You're like, you know, that's Minnesota luck. It's always Minnesota luck. But the fastest lap in this session is a 54.091. So let's take, what's the over-under on how long it takes for me to beat that? My guess is 5 laps. 5 laps? My DDU says that we're doing it at 11:37. I didn't know you could do an 11-minute lap. Big washout. I'm obviously going to come back down, but.
Alright, so this next lap is going to be it. I bet we break it. Way out wide. That was the latest off track I've ever seen in my life. Don't get soft on the brakes. Nope. Now we're driving like garbage. Jeez. All right, one more try.
There.
53.977. You just hit the fastest lap.
I did. Thank you. I did indeed. Took us a minute. We were fooling around too much. I tend to get softer on the brakes the more I race, too. I don't know if it's like a feeling in my legs thing or if it's just mental, like, okay, you know, let's keep the pace up, like let's go a little bit quicker, you know, a little less brake. I don't know if it's just that's what my brain's thinking. I don't know. You tell me. You tell me what I'm thinking. We'll hit the race button and then I'm gonna run and use the gentleman's room. Yep, hit the race button. I will be right back. No, I will not. No, I will. Ah, somebody beat my time right as I leave. Oh, Tay.
Just make sure we rejoin safely. Car approaching, hold. Car approaching, hold.
Let's not do that. No more. Tires are cold. Tires are still cold.
Hold. Clear.
Let's just not do that. Oops. I can't tell you the last time that I like spun out and hit a wall here. It's been a hot minute. Yeah, this is going to be tooth and nail. Well, probably not. I think we'll be lucky to qualify in the top 7. We're really going to have to bring it. Really going to have to bring this one. All right. Shake the bad juju out.
Okay, here comes your first time lap.
That was a great first lap.
54.47. Alright, there's checkered flag.
That was a killer first lap for me. You know, for me personally, that was a killer first lap on qualifying. I don't think we're going to be able to hold third. Although we might, who knows. Like, we might go in third, but I don't think we're not gonna end in third, maybe. I feel like this might be another top split. Like, there's not enough drivers that are doing it right now. Like, it's consistently been going like 3, 4 splits, I think, the majority of the time. And yeah. All right, so we need to be stern on the brakes. Stern on the brakes in the beginning. Going slow is not a bad thing. Going slow is not a bad thing. I need to tell myself that a lot. Yeah, I wish there was a little more variety so that I'm not getting stuck in here with a 4K driver and a 5.5K driver. Because I'm going to be behind them, picking up the pieces, and, well, not picking up any pieces. I'm just going to be fighting for my life to hold P4 behind me off. But at least I'll get to follow them, and they'll probably be at least a second ahead of me after 2 laps. More than likely. Because because I think we got like 5 poles this week, and it's just other than like trying, like I got a black flag on one of them, which sucked, but it's like, the pace, like okay, it's time to go. And then it's like, drive 10 feet, pace car's off. And it's just like, oh my God. And then you're coming around that corner and it's like, okay, when can I go? It's just hard when, you know, it's hard for me because I'm an idiot. But when you're qualifying on the pole, I feel like all the pressure's off because I'm just like, okay, you know, I was faster than everybody else. Now I just go out there and I run my laps, basically like doing a quick stint or something like that, and just getting it over with. And that's how a lot of those races went. Like I was 7, 8 seconds ahead of everybody. Did it just fry my CPU? Okay, that was scary. Okay. Well then, I'm assuming that stream's still up. Wonderful. That is heartbreaking. Well, I really need to get a new surge protector. Okay. Well, that sucks. That has not happened in quite a while. I'm a little peeved now. Great. Well, that was a waste. That was a waste of a great qualifying lap. That was a waste of... Now it's a waste of iRating because we're about to lose like 100. We're probably already 2 laps down. I can't believe that happened. Anyway, I need to replace that surge protector. Yeah, I'm gonna be... Yeah, this sucks. And I have no audio. Great. Well, I hope you guys like listening to my breathing and my voice. Because now I can't hear tires. I can't hear any of that, so... This sucks. This is gonna be a long 20 minutes. Got to do everything by feel now. Which, I mean, isn't a bad thing to practice, I guess. I was still in second. I'm sorry, guys. I want to know what love is. I want you to show me. Yeah, not being able to hear the tires scrape sucks. Well, in order to get audio back, I'm going to have to reset both computers, which means we have to reset stream. And at that point, if I have to reset stream, then I'm like, I don't even want to get back on here. That sucks. We were doing so good. I really want to know where we would have ended up. All right, trying to focus. Try and focus. At least our safety is going to go up, right? Terrible. All right. Not hearing the revs to shift, and I have to concentrate on the lights. This is terrible. And you guys are probably, like, your ears are probably bleeding just listening to my voice, so I do apologize. I can't believe that happened. Oh my god. Oh my god, okay. Okay. Stop focusing on everything else. How not to drive Tsukuba. I think putting us in lobbies with these friggin' 4 and 5K people, and then you're gonna take 76 from me is ass. I can't. I can't with this right now. Oh, happy day. Oh, come back here. All right, we're pitting. We're getting out of here. Just, I'm done. All right. That sucks. That sucks so bad. Man. Well, if one person in chat that's hasn't chatted or whatever says something, then I'll restart the computers, reboot stream. Because it's already 10 o'clock. I was basically going to go until we had like a terrible race, and now we just had a terrible race because electrical issues. I can't believe that happened. I'm so mad at you right now. God, that sucks. I wanted to try and get like 4 races in tonight too. I mean, I'm glad it did it right before that, then and like right at the end of the race, and say we like held everybody off and everything was going great. I'm glad it happened then. I'm not exactly sure why it would have triggered at that point, but maybe I need to plug. Maybe I need to plug the computer into the wall instead of that. Maybe. So what? We'll drop to like 1800 flat. Yeah, let's look at these splits while we're just sitting here, I guess. Oh, it's just the second split was so low that there is no way they're going to put me in there, huh? Kazuya's on a run. Well, friends, I think I'm going to go ahead and just call it. That's a bummer. Let's look at the results from that one, though. Yeah, we got a nice big bump there. We had some nerves going on. All right, y'all. Like I said, I'm really appreciative. You know, I'm appreciative that you guys came and watched and hung out, and we got one good race in, and then electrical issues. Yeah, it's such a bummer when you know, you work yourself up all day and you're like, you know, we're gonna go home, we're gonna run some races, it's gonna be awesome. Like, you know, we'll stream it, and then that happens. But yeah, I'll show you. Yeah, I think first. Then we did that LMP2 at the end of last stream, which was kind of fun. And then, you know, fourth, first, 14th. That was the race where I accidentally got a black flag. Because of the pace car. I'm going to blame the pace car. I'm always going to blame the pace car. Yeah, because I don't think restarting this computer is going to fix the audio. I'm going to have to restart both of them. And I can hear John in the back of my head going like, you know, well, that's what you get for, you know, that's what you get for, you know, using a second PC to stream when you're the one that you're driving on is good enough to stream and do iRacing. But it is what it is. It's unfortunate. My heart's a little broken. I'm big sad. But all right, enough of me crying. I'm gonna let you guys go. I might come back tomorrow afternoon during my kids' naps and try to get some redemption here. Because we only have tomorrow and then Monday. And Monday, I don't know. I don't know what I have really going on other than work. And I'd really like to try and milk as much as this. You know, I was hoping to get to 2K tonight too, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So I love you all. Thank you for coming in and hanging out. Sorry again about the technical difficulties. Kind of harshed our mellow, but I hope to see some of you again soon. If you liked the first race, give me a thumbs up and hit the sub button. If you disliked the second race, then I just apologize. Just bear with me and sub and like anyway, because I'm a nice guy. I hope you guys have have a good rest of your evenings, mornings, afternoons, whatever time it might be. We'll be back. We'll try and we'll bounce back. And I need to get a different surge protector so that maybe this will never happen again, because everything else in my office stayed on except for the rig and the computer. So anyway, I love you all. Have a good night. Bye. I said